Hi, let's talk for a few minutes about one of the really exciting features of Think Like a CEO app. It's a collaborative feature, and it's built to work in collaboration with your prospect, and it's called the Negotiated Sequence of Events. And you can see right here, if we press down simply the Negotiated Sequence of Events and edit the events, you'll see that Think Like a CEO app comes with 40 some odd sequence of events right out of the box. If you have others that you would like to add, that you and the customer collaboratively feel that you need to do, for instance, gain approval from Japan, let's say, if it's a Japanese company, you can simply add that in, free form. Now, one of the things that, let's add a few of here. Let's say we're going to develop project team, and then from there go right down to the contract signature. Wouldn't it be nice if that were how we really did it? But in this case of an example, let's show you. So we have two negotiated sequence of events, develop project team, and contract signed. What we're able to do is simply write in or dictate. I prefer the dictation by pressing the microphone key. If I'm on my iPhone or if I'm on the iPad, I'm going to set a date for, let's say, the 14th of April. Finally, after that, the next negotiated sequence of events that we will have would be contract signing. We'll sign the date. Let's say, since we developed the project team on the 14th, let's say that it will be about a month, and we'll get signature from the CFO. So now we have our negotiated sequence of events. What we're able to do here is we're going to be able to collaborate with our customer. So send back to our customer that we've developed these negotiated sequence of events with responsibilities and dates, so that collaboratively we can follow that along when we're trying to close the deal from our end, and they're trying to get the budget and project approved for your solution from their end. You're working in concert. Both of you want that same objective. And this is what that negotiated sequence of events offers you. In addition, you're going to be able to collaborate this with people within your organization, even if they don't have a Think Like a CEO app license. So this is one of the only features in Think Like a CEO app where you're able to collaborate with someone that doesn't have a license. And the reason we did this, we feel it's very, very important that you're able to let your management team know what the collaboration steps are in order to get this deal done. So when I was showing this to an early reviewer of Think Like a CEO app, the first thing he said was, "Mark, will those negotiated sequence of events tie into my CRM system? Because that's what I need." And actually I said, no, they won't. When is the last time, Joe, that you were sitting with your customer and you pulled up your CRM system and said, "Mr. Customer, let's go through this together and see what it will take for both of us to achieve our objectives on this deal"? You don't. That's not how you, that's not what a CRM system is used for. A CRM system is used to note the things that happen in your meeting. Maybe it's a Rolodex with phone numbers or whatnot. This is a negotiated sequence of events that you're going to be able to work with your customer towards that end goal of getting the deal done. So it's not meant to be a steps to close in your CRM system, but you will be able to collaborate with people throughout your organization and give them the visibility of what it's going to take to get the deal done. So imagine your weekly forecast calls now. When you're a VP and doing the calls, you have to keep track of what your rep said about the deal the last week and ask them about the changes this week. With this tool, you're simply going to be able to say, "Hey, you were supposed to have the project team developed on 4/14, or you're supposed to have it by next Friday. Are you still on track for that?" And then the next week, did that happen? What are some of the next sequence of events that you've negotiated with your client? It's going to be a value-added forecast call. From the salesperson end, how often do you get those emails from your executive saying, "I need the list of your steps to close"? and you go to an Excel spreadsheet or you go to a Word document, or maybe if you have it in your CRM system, you try to export it from the CRM system because your executives aren't looking in the system like maybe they should. This is going to be so easy. You're simply going to press a collaboration button, and that's going to be the negotiated sequence of events between you and your customer. So it's not just what you have said, but it's what the customer has said collaboratively. So another feature that we have with this is we have alerts that will keep the salesperson alerted when the steps to the negotiated sequence of events are due. Right down here to the lower second from the left, we see the alert button. If we press that, we see the steps due right here. It shows us the steps that are due from our steps to close here. So we will also get an email alert if we wish, but we will get pinged there, and it will always keep us on track. It's going to be completely available to be set up by the salesperson in however much time they want to be pinged, whether it's 7 days or 14 days or whatever the case is, completely configurable. So we're really excited about this negotiated sequence of events. It's not a step to close. It's much more powerful. Like everything in Think Like a CEO app, it's made for one purpose and one purpose only, to get the deal. It's not a repository of phone numbers and names and, meeting notes. We're talking about getting the deal done collaboratively with our customer and with our team members. I hope you enjoyed that e-learning module and look forward to working with you on Think Like a CEO app.